I have to talk about Pastor John Gray. So after last night, I get ready to go to bed, so I watch Tasha K live. So they talk about Pastor John Gray. I was like, what is Pastor John Gray? Why is he back in the news? Like, what is going on with Pastor John Gray? So Tracy is live. I mean, not Tracy. Tasha K is live, and she 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 breaks the story about Pastor John Gray. She breaks the story about everything that's going on, and I'm like, what is going on with Pastor John Gray? So apparently, Tasha K went on live on her channel, and she was explaining that Pastor John Gray met this woman, his best friend, sister. Pastor John Gray was talking with her. He was saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And he asked what Pastor John Gray. Pastor John Gray asked the woman, "Where you work at?" So she said, "I work at this salon." So the woman woke up at the woman answered the phone at the salon because she's a manager of the salon. Who was on the phone? Pastor John Gray. He was like, "I'm glad to hear from you. I just wanted to get you on, see how you doing." And she said, "Well, I can't speak, Pastor." So Pastor John Gray asked for the woman. The woman gave Pastor John Gray her personal cell phone number. So he gave the person's cell phone number. So they started going back and forth. And he told her he had called on the phone and was like, "Well, this is my number. I don't do social media. It is what it is." So when a man say he don't do social media, is that he up there trying to hit? You know what I'm saying? He trying to smash. So after all that, hold on, let me tell you something. After all that, after all that, Pastor John Gray started to flirt with the woman. Started to throw shade, talk about the woman, and talk to the woman, and really started to say. So talking about what size, breasts, what side are you? So they having this conversation, right? Then Pastor John Gray, this woman was saying that hey, I'm gonna divorce my wife. So Dr. Larry Reed go on the live, and he started to have the conversation. And when Dr. Larry Reed had the conversation about, this whole thing with John Gray, I think he should apologize because I've already talked to another woman that he had an affair with, and I'm still sitting on this 2 hour recording that I never released. And of course, Tasha K was like, "You need to release it." And he kept saying that, why is he lying? Why is he not telling the truth? Why is he not coming out and saying, "Hey, let me be honest and tell the truth about that I am a cheater"? And he was explaining how his wife went on the show and said Pastor John, this was his other affair that he had that was public, that Pastor John Gray had an affair with, the woman had an affair with my husband with his 16-year-old self. She's a ride to live, a ride to die chick for her man. So she up there saying all this stuff. And then Dr. Larry Reed was like, now here you is again, you caught up in another scandal. Tell the truth. And he was like, I feel for John Gray's wife because now she's sitting here and literally married to a man that is got her in the news again that he's cheating. So then Tasha was like, I'm going to send the information, the receipts on my IG. Because at first I'm like, okay, where's the evidence to make me believe the story? Now I'm hearing this woman speak, but sometimes even with Tasha K, I need to see a little bit more proof to believe it and to see, will he be this dumb to cheat on his wife again? So here I go. After all that, then I said, okay, let me run to her IG. I run to the IG and he have his son in the car. She have a recording of them like a FaceTime. You don't see her, but you see him. And he asks his son, what you had to eat? What you been eating? Pizza. Yeah, you been eating pizza from Giordano's pizza because ain't nobody cooking. Like throwing his wife under the bus that she ain't cooking to another woman. Literally had your son on there talking with the side chick about his mom and about your wife. And then when I saw that, then when I saying like send me the picture from the Cancun, whatever they went, he was like that with the jet, and he was like, and then he had sent her some money, and then she had to send him a picture of her and like her bra, and I'm like, wow, John Gray, yet Pastor John Gray, you yet again caught up in a scandal. When I tell you I was in this bed, I feel so bad for his wife, because at the end of the day, it is not easy being married to a preacher, but somebody that is a cheater. Your wife already came out and pretty much dragged the devil as though, and pretty much gave your husband a pass. But this is the thing in this case. Your husband need to be rebuked because he can't keep his peen in his pants. And then it's going to bloggers. It's because the reason why I think that they're getting to the blogs is because they're not going to be the potential first lady. They find out, oh, Pastor John Gray, he ain't nothing. He ain't going to leave his wife. And they go and they run to a blog. And see, he tell these false stories that he is going to leave these women. And then I was talking, Dr. Larry Reed, he was live on Tasha, and he was like, man, he always say that when he in a relationship with somebody, he'll leave his wife. I do believe that he doesn't like his wife, and he's a freak, and he loves different types of women. And it's so sad that he literally got married because you a pastor. You get married. You do it because it's look good for the church. Then John Gray, he worked for Joel Osteen. But one thing that John Gray have a problem with is being focused on being committed to his wife, and he's not even a good cheater. See, if you're going to cheat, at least don't let it come out so much that people is running to the news, running to the blogs. Learn how to keep your women, I'm going to say this, happy by making sure you taking care of them and paying them right so they don't have to get up on that type of situation. Now, it is so sad, yet for his wife, I went on the Instagram, right? Because at first her Instagram was open. About an hour into Tasha K live, she shut down the comments. Went to John Gray, same thing. He shut down his comments on IG, where you cannot comment on the video. You can't comment on their pictures or something. And I made it plain. I sent him a DM. Bruh, you owe it to the church. You owe it, first of all, I said you owe it to God, to the church, and to your wife. And to come clean. Because what you doing, you making her look like a damn fool. And it's so sad that, unfortunately, that woman, your wife, been coming out here defending her husband. Talking about how, oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. The devil is busy. Devil's going through it, and these people doing this. And your husband is constantly getting caught up again. Because, that takes a lot. And I respect women in this regard when they know they man ain't shit. When they will sit down and they will go and do press conference and sit side by side and hold their man hand, knowing that their man is a cheater. All because I don't want to break up my home. Now, some people say, Wiley, don't feel bad. She just don't want to move with a good cars. No, it's a women don't even have the luxurious lifestyle that will sometimes stick by their man. Traditionally, women stick by their man. And there's no shade, even with Dr. King and all that type of stuff. His wife didn't leave, stuck by your man. And so that spirit have always been, not even just in the black family, even with white families does it too. They will sit there and stick by it, and then a woman looks so embarrassed. And the thing about Pastor Gray's wife, she mentors young black women, young Christian women. And I don't know how you can mentor women about being women empowerment and being strong and don't let nobody damage your self-esteem, but you in a time your husband is cheating, but yet let me stick with my husband. Let me stick, even though I know he ain't shit, even though I know he cheating on me, Even though you know this, because anytime, like, she know this, because when Pastor John Gray was doing it before and Dr. Larry Reed got, because, you know, he messy. He messy. He church messy. It's a different. You know, you got messy, then you got church messy. So in that first situation, the woman, John Gray reached out to the woman like on the voicemail. Hey, just John Gray, delete, because my wife know that I was in a hotel room, so delete the messages because my wife know. Like, she know that he ain't shit. But she's trying to stay committed to her husband and her husband brand. Let me be committed to my husband. Let me be committed to my husband brand. And it's so. And one thing that Larry Reed said, and it stuck to me. Dude, just tell the truth. Like, it is time that his wife take a break and have her integrity. I think that's what he said. Her integrity. Lead with her integrity. To say, you know, let me separate. Let's do something, because shit, you making me look like an idiot. You doing this making me look dumb. And then you got in the bio Pastor John Gray wife, and then he's yet doing this stuff. And then Tasha K got it. And unfortunately, this is where I wish that other blogs would like jump on it. And I see the neighborhood talk, right? Let me tell you this. He was live in Tasha. He went in Tasha K comments. He was like, Tasha, oh my gosh. So let me see what John Gray is doing. I'm like, okay. But I'm like, Kyle, brother, why in the world you did not repost about Pastor John Gray? That says a lot about your character, about how you feel about Tasha K reporting. Because if Tasha K is your friend, if Tasha K is your sister, and she's a blogger, and she's breaking a story, why don't you, or why haven't you, reposted her story about Pastor John Gray? Give me a second. Let me drink some water. Let me drink some water on that. And I look at people, and I'm like, don't say, "Ooh, Tasha, you broke it again." Or let me go check this out, dude. You got a whole Instagram. This is why I be telling folks, a lot of these folks ain't your friend like that. Because if you're my friend, if I broke a story, put it on your IG. Do you feel like it's a? But I personally believe Kyle don't believe that Tasha K report good report. And I think he knows that she be lying and all that type of stuff. But back to the story with Pastor John Gray. I'm really praying for his wife. I'm praying for his children. I did not like it in that video where his son, he asked his son a question. So, son, what you been eating? Pizza. Yeah, pizza. Oh, yeah, he eating pizza every day. Because ain't no cooking going on. A shot towards his wife. I think he's disgusted with his wife. And it's so sad that his wife, when she tuned in, she had to see that. Just seeing your son along with that video that was out with another woman on FaceTime, and he panned the camera on his son, I said, you a sick man. But you're going to lose everything because you can't keep your peen in your pants. You might. Because the church, they will allow their pastor, listen to this, cheat, disrespect their wives, disrespect the oath with the Lord, knowing they pastor ain't shit, and will turn the blind eye and will continue to support him every Sunday. To me, if you support somebody that is clearly breaking the oath with his wife, why would you follow a man like that? And I'm not honest, but I will have a problem, me as a member of your church, and my pastor fuck other women, and he's married, and you're laying hands on me knowing that you're not faithful to yourself, and then you preach being faithful and you're not being faithful. To me, that's very disturbing, and I question the church. I'd be like, why don't the church be like, you know what, John Gray? We need to summons you in front of the church. We need to investigate. You temporarily need to be removed from your position. And if these charges are true, you need to repent. Repent from your wicked ways. Repent. Because you can't keep your peen in your pants. Until you repent and come out and to change to your wicked ways, you can no longer lead us in this church. And if you can't repent, and if you can't do that, Pastor, get on your knees and ask God for forgiveness. And once you get and to go and get on your knees and beg for forgiveness from your wife, then there's no way you can lead us as a congregation, lead us to be a shepherd of these sheep. There's no way. When you sticking your peen in all these women. And then I heard that he loved to eat punani. This is the pastor. And pastors do. Like when anytime like a pastor get caught, they always love to eat punani. Like they are obsessed with eating because they love using that tongue. And they supposed to be using that tongue on their wife and they use it on other women. And see, it's a lot of power that comes with being a pastor. I'm reading Charlemagne the God book. Let me tell you why it's good to read. So I'm reading this book. And he wrote in this book, he said, I can see why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Dr. King got caught up in their infidelities. Because when you're around all them women, you powerful, you giving them advice, etc., you could get weak of getting punani. Because you in that spirit, they're attracted that women love a man in authority. You could be butt ugly. If you a pastor or a preacher or an activist and you got power and you got swag about yourself with position, looking at Pastor John Gray, he ain't none desirable to look at. He ain't none desirable to look at. But because he a pastor, because he over a church, because he over in that world that he's the king in that world, you get women flock to that. Talk back to me, women. Let me know in the chat. They flock to men in power. They will know if that man know how to speak good, preach. If they know how to preach good and know how to deliver their words, they know that he ain't shit, but he can make me feel good. So I give it a blind eye and give him a chance. I've seen plenty preachers. You can go back to Bishop Eddie Long. Some of them folks did not leave because that man in power is so powerful that they get blinded by what that man is doing. Repent will not work while you can't ask a man to change. You find joy in what he allowed him to do. She get a room and accept him for all that. Facts, Miss May. You right about that. And I agree with you. He have to want to change. But my thing is this, baby, if you want to go ahead and cheat, you shouldn't be in this position. It is some positions in this, especially in the church, that if you're getting caught up with that constantly in scandals and scandals and scandals, baby, you need to be removed. Because you have already broken the trust of so much people believing in the Lord and believing like, damn, if my pastor can't stick his peen and keep his peen in his pan and be committed, is this right? If this really right to come in, you could disturb somebody's faith by your pastor messing up. So I just think personally, he should not be in that position to being a pastor. He should not be in that position until he change his ways. He should be in that position on a pastor. And you got something got to be wrong with you. You giving tithes and offering to somebody like that that's doing that. Not me. I would go to another church, or I would stay at home and go live and everything like that. And so that's Dr. Larry Reed was saying some stuff. So I'm gonna have to subscribe to that man Patreon because I don't know what he about to say, because Dr. Larry Reed, this is what he say. I don't do anything that is not public. If it ain't public, Dr. Larry Reed is not going to talk about it. But once it is in the publication, once it's online, then I can talk about it. So I want to see if you talk about now. Tasha K don't have that much juice in the church world. Even though Tasha K got a stronger platform in numbers, Dr. Larry Reed influence is stronger in the church than a Tasha K. I didn't say that Dr. Larry Reed is better than Tasha K. I said that he's more influential and more trustworthy when it comes to stories in the church world. If Dr. Larry Reed pick up this story, you're going to see this story reach the Christian Post, reach other outlets, because Dr. Larry Reed is more trustworthy when reporting on the church beat. That is why when Dr. Larry Reed report on it, they send him lawsuits. He said last year, he said, I spent over $60,000 in legal stuff. Legal stuff, over $60,000. And still he facing in litigation over other stuff. So anytime he reports on some stuff, they're gonna always put his name to a lawsuit. I'm on a Wiley. We having fun. Yes, I'm having amazing. He covered John Gray. He was the first to tell the story about the affair. Larry is he's very accurate, and I give him credit for that. And I'm gonna say this to Larry, and I said it to him privately, even on the phone. I said it to him. I said, man, I give you credit because, brother, you do an amazing job. And one thing I like about you, Dr. Larry Reed, too, when you got on your live about a couple of months ago, maybe it was a year ago, you said, I know who Wiley is. Wiley is a radio show guy. He would interview me about the music. Thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that, Dr. Larry Reed. I love people when they put respect on what you have been doing for them or have done for them. I love that. Like, I give Dr. Larry Reed credit. Like, I love it. When he said that on his live, one of my producers sent it to me. It's like, oh, he had mentioned your name. I was like, that, because, you know, some people, they trash me. They call me trash. They don't really know that I used to go back with the Dr. Larry Reed, and he used to do music and all that before he became like a blogger. He used to get invited to go to the Essence Award, and I used to be really into that, like interviewing people on Blog Talk Radio. So it's just really good. That makes me feel good when people can give me credit for what I do, because every day I wake up, I thank God. And I said, it's nothing like giving credit to whom credit is due. That goes a long way. And as you see, like when you hear my name being mentioned out there in these YouTube streets, you always will hear, don't say his name. I don't want y'all saying his name. Don't want to give him credit. You know what I'm saying? We broke the Kaya story first. Let me give you an example. We talked about the Kaya situation first, and then somebody else talk about it. It's okay. It is what it is. But I just thank my producers for coming over. Like the person, like, oh my gosh, Wally, thank you for breaking this story, and then y'all drag me. So it's okay. It's okay. I love you, Dr. Larry Reed. Let me say this about this story with John Gray. I'm looking forward to your reporting, brother, because you have. It's another story that you did. I ain't gonna talk about it in this video. I'm gonna talk about it in another video. I'm looking forward to it because one thing about Dr. Larry Reed, the reason why he's better than King Jives or better than Conscious TV or any of these people in the church world is because Dr. Larry Reed have been a pastor of a church for 20 years. Pastor Larry Reed have been a gospel artist independently. He was on the charts. He was nominated for Stella Awards. So people like how he's so credible is because he know these folks. He know these pastors. He know these preachers. He know how it is. He understand that system of preachers. He understand that church world. So when he does it, he comes to that spiritual place, and he comes from, I used to be a pastor. I know he wasn't none. I can believe, because this man been sticking his pin in women even before Instagram Live or Facebook Live. So when he report on it, That's why the church, they take him to court because he's a respectable person. Is because he's from that world. He used to be a preacher and a pastor. But this is something that Tasha K, Dr. Larry said, yeah, I've done my stuff. I've done my mess. And so Tasha K was like, tell me what mess did you do? What scandals you could come? I ain't telling you what scandals I got caught in. I'm glad he said that. Because at least he's bold enough to come out with saying that he had said stuff, but you never heard about it. And see, that's good. I'd rather for you to do dirt for me not hearing about it than you doing it and getting caught up in mess. If I had to pick one of the two. My brother is a gospel MC. That's how I first heard of Larry. My brother MC a lot of concert for gospel celebrity. Most gospel celebrity aren't who they pretend to be. Facts. And I used to be in the church world, and it was somebody from Sunday's Best that I used to be friends with. And I've known for a long time. And I was introduced to, down like gay people in the gospel industry, a lot of gay guys. I didn't know that to be true until I was in the church and I would start visiting other churches, and then one friend was in there, and I knew, I was like, man, he's very feminine. I saw him at a sex party. Me and Tank, we went to a sex, and I saw him there, and I was shocked. I'm like, damn, you sing gospel music. So he was like, I'm about to move, and I was like, okay, I'll take the furniture. I just said, Mom, can you please buy this furniture from this person? That's like my friend. So when we was at the apartment, I said, can we go to the movies? He said, you want to go to the movies for a day? I was like, yeah, that's fine, yeah. So we went in the movies, and he said, Wiley, I don't know, because like you be doing your radio show, and I don't know if we can smash because I don't want this to get out because all I got is my name. I work so hard for my name, and I don't want to destroy my name. And I asked him, like, how prevalent is in the gospel community of them like having sex and so like he says with security guards, ushers, pastors, and he said, bro, I had sex with so many like pastors. Sometimes for me to get booking fees, they would have to dick me down and stuff like. I say, for real? He said, Wiley, yeah. So then he was like showing me text messages and all, and I was shocked. I'm like, is this really going on? Not knowing that I will almost have to been a victim of a pastor that used to be a visitor at our church. And he would say, I want to see Marquise. I want to see the other brother, and I want to teach them how to be a musician. So he would come there, we'd be in a sanctuary, he would touch me the wrong way and touch on my ears. And then I had told my uncle, I said, Pastor, Pastor, I don't feel comfortable. Like, he's very weird. Like, he touched on me very weird. And I was I was a teenager. He said, you know what? That's all I need to know. I'm going to cut it out. When I, quote unquote, said that I got delivered from homosexuality, even before all this Andrew Caldwell stuff, so I would get up, I'm delivered, I'm saved, y'all. I got the Holy Ghost. I ain't gay no more. I used to say all that. Because I really wanted to be delivered, and I thought I was. So he jumped up and said, you know what Brother Marquise was talking about? I used to live that life of being gay. And everybody was like, they started to notice that the dude was still gay. My cousin, that was that situation. Then there was another member in our church. Now, baby, let me say this. This is so real true. I ain't gonna never forget it. It was another deacon. It was a deacon in our church that was on the down low. Then I started to know what is down low. My cousin called me. She said, Marquise, do you know brother such and such and such? I saw him in Boys Town. Now, I know what Boys Town was because at that time I was creeping into Boys Town and all that. I saw him in Boys Town. I said, it's what it is. I said, wow. So I felt convicted, and she was like, don't tell the pastor, like this between us. I said, okay, I'm going to tell my uncle. I said, such and such, they said, Pastor, I got to tell you about this, that Deacon such and such, blah, blah, blah. He said, Marquise, Brother Marquise, you know what you told me? I said, yes, I already knew. And I just used to hate that when my uncle would already know stuff and they be still in these positions. I didn't ever understand that. So at that time, I used to testify, say, oh, Lord, deliver me from homosexuality, boom. He used to get up, anytime my pastor would preach against homosexuality, he would get up. Amen, like over exilius, like, amen, preach it, tell it, like over, like doing too much. And so every time I would do a testimony, he would send a text message to pastor like, I can't come to church, like Marquise, he getting. So he kept like dissing me. Oh, Marquise is this and that. And my uncle asked me. He said, brother Marquise, he said Marquise, because he didn't call me. He said, Marquise, let me talk to you. He said, did you sleep with brother such and such and such and such? I said, no, sir. He ain't my type. Because he said he keeps sending me messages about you that he can't stand you, this and that. What did you, he can't stand you. You need to be careful because he might want to try to end your life. I'm like, Pastor Gonzo. It was Man's Day. I was in the kitchen. He was so mad and angry at me, he couldn't stand my guts. This man picked up a knife. And the brother was like, oh my God, no, put that down. He tried to stab me in the church. He tried to end my life. He tried to end, the brother said, Jesus, oh my God, brother, you can't do that. You can't do that. I don't understand and all that type of stuff. He was yelling, and I'm like, dude, what's the what's the problem? Thank you, Chipper. Boys Time is the gay community in Chicago, bars and clubs, people that don't know. Thank you, Chipper. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. So my uncle was like, he waited a couple of weeks and he got over the church. And he said, because then that deacon left. He said, y'all, that deacon used to come into church, a hypocrite, and he couldn't stand my nephew. And he wanted to kill my nephew Marquise. He couldn't stand him. He wanted to end his life. And that's when I knew when somebody else about it, because I never knew like what was the issue. It was because when they used to have like discussions in the church, I used to tell them about being gay. I used to tell the sisters what to look out for. I used to tell the sisters, don't do this, don't trust this, this is what it is. This is what the eye contact, watch a man with Jack. A for A, is these men's on. I used to tell them, they didn't know any of these like apps and stuff. They was like, brother Marquis, what's a Jack? What is an app? Like, what is this stuff? Like, I said, that's what it gave, and I used to spill not knowing that I was uncovering this secret world. Yeah, Pastor, and they be having these bath houses. And I didn't know at the time that I was telling and exposing this world that is not good to tell around women, because they don't need to be knowing about that. This between us men that do men activities. And so that he wanted to end, because he wanted to end because some of the women in the church started to notice that he was going both ways. And he thought that I was sharing the information. This man was so jealous of me, y'all. And this is what me and my uncle, I don't care how I tell this story, this is why we fell out. This is one of the reasons why we fell out. That deacon, and this is the most hurtful thing, he sent a message to my uncle. Yeah, you got that gay man, Marquise Wiley, doing praise and worship and gay. How you preaching against homosexuality and your own nephew, gay, is leading praise and worship. So I go to prayer, and my uncle said, I need to talk with you. This ain't a good look for the church. And I said, that was Deacon such and such that sent you that information, but you can't see that. Yeah. And I said to my uncle, I said, I'm gonna just leave. He said, I think that's good. I said, I'm gonna just leave. I was so hurt because at that time, y'all, I didn't even know what I wanted as a I didn't know direction. Like, I was lost. I didn't know. And then my uncle with the gay stuff, he ran for it. And every time I tell her, I do tear up. I get hurt because I was so hurt. I was so hurt. Like that to me, I can sit down and talk about that all day. Like that, wow. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh. Oh my God. Woo. Oh God. That's like the most hurtful thing ever. And I'm still not over that. I'm still not over that. Oh God. I'm still not over that. It's like so hurtful. Ooh, like, ooh. Woo. Give me a second. Oh God. Like that was like hurtful. That's like real, real hurtful. Like, yeah. Like, oh. Cause I didn't know, like, I really didn't know. And I'm like, damn, like this is out. And I'm like, so like that to me, like, I would just never forget that day. I will never forget it. Okay? I gotta get that click of view. Oh my God, I was triggered. Oof. I was triggered. Give me a second, you guys. I had a moment. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. This supposed to be my wedding day. I'm supposed to be happy. Okay? This supposed to be my wedding day. I'm supposed to be happy. It's one of them days. This supposed to be like a happy day for me. But I got triggered when I sit here and I talk with y'all because y'all like this is like therapy. And yeah, man. So all that information like was put out. I don't know how we got on this discussion, but I feel for anybody and most people that be talking and when gay folks in the church, when they tell that story, it's like be the same story and they'll break down in tears because it's very, very hurtful. And I'm going back to Chicago next month, and I told my mom, I said I want some closure. Can we have a talk? She said, you can't live stream. I said I don't want to live stream, no nothing. I just want closure. I just want to be able to come to these people and be like, well, damn, can I bring? Can we have a talk? Woo! Cause that's like balled up stuff. And this is why I suffer like into like my mental illness and stuff. The people in the church has hurt so many people. This is the reason why so many people have left the church. Church sure is one of the most hurtful in the world, but God will keep you inspired and all. It sounds like a classroom outside of the door. While you be emotional, lady, maybe you should take a pregnancy test. I've been so emotional, y'all. I've been emotional at because like fake tears. You got happy again. Less than a video of a second. Love your little aunties. Can't take you. No, I'm a cry. I'm holding it back, y'all. I'm holding it back. But yeah. It's getting that way. And another reason why I'm emotional too is because like I'm in like different spaces in life. So it's like, damn, is this a dream? Is this really real? Like the things that I'm experiencing in life, I'm like, is this shit real? Is this a dream? Like, is this really real? Like one day I can be able like to tell y'all like my testimony and like other stuff. Um, I could tell like testimonies and stuff, but I'm like, is this really real? Have y'all ever experienced that? I can honestly say I don't have those traumas, but I know some that had. Yes, yes, but yeah, like I could really talk, but shit, I don't want to get doxxed and they making fun of me when I go outside this door. But I love talking with my people. You deserve all the positive things coming to you. Let those tears out, child. I would love to say your eyeballs. Wild Cardi B, feature wild child. I can't be doing this, child. I don't want my eye to be puffy, but I got glasses, so I don't want my eyes to be all puffy. But I had to get that out, y'all. I did. I did. While I understand I need closure too. Call home the other day thinking I was going to get it. But no, just questions. Thank you for sharing. Let me know I'm not alone. Yeah, I want closure. Like I'm going home next month and I want closure. I like when I tell you I want to have a sit down conversation with my grandmother, whatever it is, and I feel like, I feel convicted, like I may not have that much time left, and I don't want to be like these people die, and I never had these conversations with these folks. Like I'm willing to have this conversation. I'm willing to have even with my mother. That's another thing. Yeah, I can't have puffy ass, child. Even with my mother, I want like conversation because that's like a void in my life. I just want that closure because I'm not close with my family. I'm just not close. I'm not even close with my own mother. It's like when you call people, you talk for 2 minutes. Hey, how you doing? Doing okay? How's everybody? All right, then I'll talk to you later. Like these, like family. You think like these are strange? Like, hey, how you doing? Like in depth conversation. Hey, how's it going? Like, no, we just don't. We just don't have that relationship. Yeah, it's really it's really is that way. I wish I could get closure. Like I want to know who my daddy is. Like it's like a lot of stuff that I really want some closure and try to spend some time with everybody today. It was nice of them to invite you, so enjoy the love. Yes, that too. That too, but I love y'all. On the lighter note, your video from last night is already 3.7K views. Thank you. And y'all, and you know, I would just work so hard. Like I just thank God, like I know I'm on the right track. Some stuff I do fuck up, you know. But I was saying today, I just said this. I said thank you for introducing me goes right. Thank you for giving me the experience. I love a lot of people go through it, so that's what's great you're talking about. Well, thank you so very much, y'all. But yeah, I love y'all. I think y'all like my audience. I love my audience. I love talking with y'all. That's why when people say you kind of like anti-social, I'm not. I'm not. Well, I probably am anti-social, but my people been here before the social came. So my father passed away, had to pull his coattails out of the old time way. God is trying to birth a new church. Absolutely. Closer with a family is important, but sometimes to get close, you must not push it. Start with casual conversation. They said what hard work is paying our brother. Like yes, like I can really say like you know the hard work because I put the work in, and I was like I was trying to get some coffee, so I was talking with somebody, and she was like, I was like, yeah, and I said, wow, like, is this a dream? Like, you sure you want me? You know, when you've been bullied, you don't know how damaged you was until you get an opportunity, and you be like, you sure you want me? I used to always, even when somebody would like me, I would diss them to get them away from me because I'm like, you sure you want me? So let me end this relationship before you end it because I'm like, you sure you want me? And I get into more story time when I get at home. Um, when I get home because I'm really gonna share some stuff on my Patreon. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold that. But it's some stuff I want to sit and talk to y'all about. Then wasn't expecting to shed tears this morning, but the Lord placed me here for a reason. Though truly need to hear that. Yes, you need to hear because I do have that way. Like it's not good. And then me, I am a public figure. I am a public figure, so my stuff is public. And so when people come to me, your family don't love you. They don't see it for you. Like that shit is real. So it's like it's like it's a lot I can share. That shit is what like the library situation. I don't give a damn how happy I be. It would be somebody bring that video up, and now more and more doors open up for me. They bring up that situation, and I just have to own it. And I'm like, damn. And it's even gonna get worse. The higher I go up, the more and more they're gonna bring that up because it was so public. But I thank God that I ain't stupid, that I could get up here and tell you about my experience and tell you about mental illness and tell you about bipolar and tell you about being manic and have these conversations because it wasn't too many black folks having this type of conversation as a black man. It's not too many channels I can go on and somebody is really being transparent and talking about this is why I'm liking Charlemagne the God, him talking about anxiety, him talking about this stuff because we don't really talk about those things. We talk about people that battle with those things, but hearing somebody telling you like I have my lows low, it'd be some days like I have to exit a situation because if you say something about me, it's some days I can be triggered. Oh yeah, so if I see something that I don't like that is triggering me, that I might body slam you because I know I can't keep my mouth. And one thing about me, my mouth is ruthless. And when I get manic, baby, it's even worse. You can't stop that. I just don't get in the dark again. Never been a demon spirit to control your path, and people will move past the dislike they have for you. Yes, but a different thing, Chipper. Another thing that I'm learning: some people are just jealous. Some people are just jealous, and I never thought me being a cockeyed with crusted teeth and yellow teeth and bipolar and manic. I never thought I would have people jealous of me. I used to experience being jealous of others, but I've never experienced until now people jealous of me. Okay, I never experienced. I'm like, damn, me? I ain't shit. But then I started to look. I'm like, I am the shit. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have social anxiety attacks, and many other issues. Yes, yes, you're a business owner, so yes, you're a public figure. Well, sister, yes. And then when people say like, "Damn, Wiley, I'm a public figure." Anytime you can Google me and see me on the news and have conversation, you are a public figure. Period. Most bloggers they don't have to deal with that. They don't have to deal with what other bloggers interview their family members all that. I have to deal with it. So I own up to it. It's in the news. It's like 3 different like news articles about that situation. And it's a news clip that you can get it on YouTube. Like, period. And this not even and I keep saying it, and it's like clear, like brother, like don't get too personal because this only gonna get worse. Like more and more people gonna talk about this and shine light on this. So it's gonna be more stuff. So people are jealous of the favor you did that you don't recognize. They see the favor all over you, and you are very talented, and you have the impact that many are desperately seeking. Yes, thank you for that. I must be one. Don't even know I did an American Idol commercial for a TV guy back in 2005. Yes, and you would see that, and people would like dig that up. When people dig up my mugshot, they posted my mugshot on the internet. Like people, they does when people get up there make so. I get it, I get it, and I'm not acting like I'm a clean because I've done some fucked up shit, and I feel like, and I said Wiley, you know you fucked up. Like sometimes you have to have a conversation with yourself. You sometimes because some I have did some fucked up shit. I'm like, damn, did I do that? That you learn for your past not high for it's called life. Yes, people understand that you learn from your past and not hide it. It's called life. Absolutely, absolutely. And for me, y'all, like anytime if I do a job or like I wanna do a movie, like I wanna go like to act and all that type of shit. Like it's so much that I wanna do, and I just thank God that at 29 years old that I know what I want to do. I want to be in the entertainment industry. I want to be a producer. I want to be a host. I want to see how can I do in comedy. So I just thank all y'all. I just thank all y'all. Very true. Your talent is truly organic. I didn't even think you know how hilarious. I don't. No, I don't know. I don't know. Like when people say all that, I don't know because I'm still. God is my witness. I still believe I'm that person that don't nobody watch. So so now like yesterday I got in trouble. Like when you post something, you could be saying something, you don't know how much power in your words. Because I'm so used to just talking and not knowing that I ain't talking to myself. Hundreds of folks are watching and you might trigger somebody. So I didn't know that. I still don't know that. Like I could be sitting here, it could be 10 people or 172 people watching, right? I can say something and it can trigger something. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, okay. That's because it's natural. Wiley. You can't beat that God-given talent. Yes, they say I walked away from you because you went dark. And it was because I saw the demonic women you called friend, how you did Shelley, S. Hutchinson. Wiley, yeah. And I liked S. Hutchinson. And me and her go through the same thing with our bipolarness. And even the thing about the Tracy situation, I feel like in my mind, because my mind's kind of messed up. It's kind of fucked up. So I could say Queen Tracy, I not knowing like, but somebody else, and this let me say this because this is real. Somebody can experience something traumatic from that person. And when you say Queen, they be like, how do you say this when this person? And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't think of it that way because I'm just saying Queen. It ain't that serious to me. But then once you listen to people's stories, I was like, this is a great dialogue. The only thing that I would like is that let's see if we can go on a StreamYard and let's see if we can talk. Let's see if you can talk with Tracy or Tracy to talk. I would love to hear that because I'm like, y'all are women, and see if y'all can talk about y'all issues and why did you do what you did. You know what I'm saying? But another thing with the Tracy situation, can I also say this about the Tracy situation? Can I also say can I say this? I want people to take ownership of the things they did as one person. Don't just put it on and make it seem like she did everything. And I have to learn this in my personal life. And I ain't mastered it yet. But you be trying to blame everybody else for what they did, and you rarely want to point the finger at self. Like, you have to take some self-evaluation and start admitting to the stuff that you did. Yeah, so yes. Now I understand it because like I don't have children, so for me it's not going to personally affect me if you drag a child like that. Because I'm like, this is a free app, get over it. But if I had a daughter, if I had a son or a daughter, okay, let me just use a daughter, right? You see how Five Babe have a daughter on YouTube. If I had a daughter, right, and if she's cockeyed, right, and if they say, why do you do all that, and they drag my daughter, I don't know what I would go through if I see my daughter, especially if she cockeyed, on a thumbnail and you're dragging my daughter. I don't know what I would. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what how I would feel and all that type of stuff. So yeah. So I'm getting to see some stuff. How can people hate Trisha when they have not met her on a personal level? You leave the kids out of it. I don't like when people bring kids into it. Yes, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. And if it was me, don't have the kids on there because I know how much shit stuff I talk. Why would I bring my son or daughter on YouTube? Like, I know the shit. I talk a lot of shit, and especially if that baby is cockeyed. If it's cockeyed, you know they're gonna drag. And if the baby ain't cockeyed, they're gonna say, that ain't your baby. She cheat on you. That baby don't look nothing like Wiley. You cockeyed, the baby not. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand that. They said just leave the kids out there. She said if I just don't get on, you need to respect that and not talk to one about the other. I'll end up in tears. Otherwise, I'm just saying, child, you're more than hurt. You will be more hurt than anything. Definitely won't end up in tears. Yes, yes. But I'm just sitting here talking with y'all, and and they be like, damn, Wiley, like, why you ain't out and about, like, if anybody meet me, can I? Is Almond Brown here? I'ma just share this. I hope she don't get mad. She went live. She didn't go live. She was in Dallas, and she was like, Wiley, I want to meet you. And I was so afraid. I'm like, you want to meet me? What do you want to meet? Is this a set? Like, my anxiety. I'm like, who want to meet you? Let's link up. When I lay up, I ain't about to meet up. The blood of Jesus. What you about to do? And I had to forget that she ain't meet me off Tinder. I'm a YouTuber. She love the content. It took me a while, and then I was like, dang, and I had to tell her, like, I feel so bad that I had to do that. I felt so bad. I could be saying the most cold. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, you understand? And I'm like, why you want to meet me for? And all that, not knowing, because it's been a while. I've been conditioned to be in the house. Like, I never had nobody, child, y'all getting exclusive this morning. I never had no beautiful woman want to meet me. Never had that experience. Unless I didn't catfish somebody, but never that experience. So it's gonna be like, okay, child, it's gonna be like, you want to meet me? Are you sure, Marquise Wiley? Me? You want to meet me? I'm like, yeah. So they said, Wiley, did you wash your sheets and covers after all that fishy, greasy last night? I'm just saying, no, child. But yeah, it was crazy. You was just scared because of negative experience. Yes, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. But now, and I have to think. I'm gonna say this again. I think the producer of the experience. I think this woman, this black woman. I think her, and I said, you know, I thank you for the experience, but but I ain't gonna say too much because I want to write a letter. I gotta put it in words. And the lady that does my publish and stuff, that write my letters and edit it for me, I got a letter that I want to write. I got a letter that I want to write. Yeah, and I'll put it out public. Yeah, I got a letter I want to write. if the child's not on YouTube, why would you bring up somebody family or and to get at somebody tells about the other person? Yes, yes. But in another part of we I love Armin Brown on that. Like if I had like a radio show, Armin Brown on nine because she keeps me balanced and like a B scales. Do you understand? Like that will be lit. Like if I do a radio show, and one thing I like about B scales, they'll be like, Wiley, come back, and you know, because I can say shit, I can go off the edge. That's what I can do. Wiley should let them say 5 days smell like fish, and you know she doesn't. But my thing is this: some stuff just sticks. Ain't nothing you can do. What I look like if somebody say you fishy. What I look like saying, oh she don't sound like that. It's hard for me to sit there and defend that. It's hard. What can I do? I look dumb when everybody is saying it. It's hard. Fishy, greasy. It's like shit. It have a little ring to it. It's kind of hard. It's I know she don't. You know, it's kind of hard of doing that. Shit, some stuff just stick. Like Nick at Night. She's a beautiful woman, but when she broke down in tears in that sock, shit, some stuff just stick with you. So even how chocolate and how good looking she looked, I always go back when she cried in that sock. So it's just like it's just that type of way. Her words, not ours. She stated that she played in her tail and it smell. I'm just saying that though. And then how y'all know she don't smell like fish unless you smelled her? You know what I'm saying? I can't necessarily say she know because it may be under your nostrils that she smell like tilapia. I can't speak for you. I can't speak for your experience. I love the girl, and she should be able to take it coming back. Her facts. I love to. Good morning, listening, getting ready for my day. Just guys can't tag everybody right now, but I love y'all. Good morning, Almond Brown. I know a young lady who smelled like fish all the time. I never understood it. I never say anything though. And, Wally don't had therapy this morning for free, 99. Yes, and let me tell y'all this about the Almond Brown. I loved her because she said, Wiley, did you say B loves like video? And the chemistry of that video, we talked about that, and it was so powerful. Now, Be Love Life, even my brother, she'll come in the chat and say thank you and leave. She was so happy that we were showing love to this sister, and we was appreciate. It was nice. That video that me and that we did, in spirits of our sister Be Love Life, that was lit. That wasn't none but God. Like Armin Brown said that about Be Love Life. She knew the history about the about what the son was saying and about because people were like dragging Be Love Life, and Armin Brown was telling me about it. And when we did that video, that was great. Like I said, sister, we did that. I said, you want to come on the live with me? We did that. We did that. Let you get you off track. Fabulous, all that. So I like that. And I also like that because I'm not afraid of introducing my platform, especially to women that stick their neck out for Wiley, because you got to be strong to watch me. So now, if I can in return to help you in some type of way, I love that. You are close to where I stay, but I know you booked and busy, but I done it went on vacation. Oh yeah, if you want no vacation, we'd have linked up. Like for Sunday, if I had because I supposed to fly out like Sunday morning, I would have went on and got me another flight to like fly out later that night just to spend a day with Armin Brown. I would have because I'm so intrigued of meeting her and talking with her. Cause now she do the party line, like she triggered me because I remember I was on the party line catfishing folk. So and she on the part. I remember that. So I've been a catfish a long time. I got to get out of the space of getting out of the room and all that type of stuff. I got to get out of that type of way. Y'all be acting like Fabe has not stated that these things out of her own mouth. She said, so what? Move on. No big thing. The fish bill is easily treated with. Wow. So she said when she digged in her butt, it smelled like grease and fish. Oh my God. Babe, you got to send me that clip. I got to hear this. See, because I can't say that you lying because I don't know because I don't watch these people verbatim. what we as black people talk badly about each other for a show. The vibe should be uplifting the black way. Should experience enough racism from not other. But like, come on, like she said it 3 times. Okay, okay. If she said it 3 times, I gotta check it out, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, so I'm just reading y'all comments, y'all. I'm about to go out and end this live because we've been on here for an hour. Thank y'all for y'all like y'all love for y'all donations. Um, I really do like miss work, but I love this show, and I'm gonna do a better job doing some more episodes, marketing, and stuff as well. So I didn't even have breakfast yet, so I got to get into doing that to eat. So we're gonna have breakfast and everything, and Patreon. We'll talk about some more stuff when I get home, so I can be free, child. Because it be some stuff that I got to be free about what I want to post. so. So, and then I want to talk about some stuff, and I can't because the people be real close, they be listening. But baby, when I fly back down to Dallas, let's go, let's go. I found y'all and be sure and telling the internet this sector is funny. Have a good day. Over there, shit, that good food. I'm good about to head for a client friend birthday. LOL, don't be too free. Yes. Right, man. Love the body like Mrs. 5A. Yes. And I could do a whole story time with that chipper. I can. I could do a whole story time. Like, five. I ain't gonna do it on here. Cause I'll be on talking just more and more and more. Five baby have what chipper said true. A man. It only had to be a straight man. I'm a man. Like that's my. I've always like she. That's the type of woman like that chocolatey that Let me go, cause child, I'll be on here all day. I was talking to y'all. I owe y'all for this morning show. Thank y'all. Go and check out the video. Prayers by Wiley. Go enjoy your day and eat breakfast. Let me go enjoy my day and eat breakfast. Make sure y'all comment and subscribe, and we'll go live. Keep up. You should do a live with her. Yeah, keep close on Patreon because I'll be just dropping stuff. Sometimes I drop it and it'd be like a post and delete, but just take it in on Patreon. Just be see one thing about Patreon. Maybe y'all get it. Y'all be like, oh, Wiley, you supposed to say like just stay on it. Just stay on it. Don't miss it. It's only $1, so don't get up on here. We ain't charging them at the shit. We ain't charging them $50. It's only $2. I think $1 or $2. Somebody said, "Well, I play as 3." I was like, "Okay, thank you." All right, y'all, gotta go. Let me go enjoy my day. I'll talk to y'all soon. If any tea go on, just send me an email. Peace.